Hey guys, just a quick video today. Well, I don't know how long it'll go. It might be quick, might be longer. It depends on how much I want to talk. But thank you for watching and sticking with me. Of course, hit that like and subscribe button. That's a big thing. I really haven't said that very much before, but yeah, please do. I greatly appreciate it. So what I'd like to talk about today is just, you know, everything that comes along with everything I'm going through, especially in regards to finances. So now this part's tough. So I have a fabulous job. I love what I do. I'm a medical executive recruiter. I'm also a writer too, but my main job, which I get my income, is that. And I have a fabulous company. I love it, but of course, I can't see. And I'm starting chemo tonight, and I'll talk about that as well. But I wasn't able to see. I wasn't able to go to work, and my boss, she was super kind, just the greatest lady. She extended me to the end of the year. I wasn't working. She was helping me out. Super kind lady. But now, I can't work. I can't do it, and I don't want to be that person that is just taking advantage of someone who's so kind to me and has been so kind to me. So I fully accept the reason for me leaving. I can always go back in the future when I'm better, because it's very good terms. It's a big positive thing I always preach. When I was younger, I used to burn a lot of bridges, and I realized when I got older, I'm like, how stupid that was. Smartest thing is to kill everyone with kindness. But she's been nothing kind to me, so I'm super thankful. So, but being without a job now and going through everything I'm going through makes it really tough financially, and I don't know how I'll be able to pay my bills going forward. Really, with all my, the credit cards and things like that, and just living. So today I have to go down to disability and get on that, and that's been tough. Like it's calling, filling out applications, waiting for them to reply back, which was almost impossible to try to just get the case number. But me and my fiance mostly, she filled out the whole thing. I couldn't fill out anything because I couldn't see. My eyesight's getting better, thank God on that. But yeah, so she filled out everything. So we keep trying to call, and it rings and rings. And see, from my previous experience with my, my first cancer diagnosis and going through like kind of the same thing, I realized that the only way you get through to anything like this is just to go in, to get on Medicaid, to get on disability. You just got to go in front and center, because unfortunately, they're loaded with people, they're loaded with claims. But when you have something like I have, you're really suffering, you can't go through that process. You don't want to sit there and just, mess around trying to get work, the online way. The best thing is just to go in. So that's what, I'm doing. That's how I did it the first time. Was able to get on Medicaid in Nevada, which was super helpful when I first had my cancer. I was all by myself, and, I was going to chemotherapy and radiation during my lunch hours at work. So it was a really tough time. So of course I was able to get on Medicaid in Nevada, and that was huge, and that saved me big time. Now it's a little bit different because I didn't have a stroke then. I could see after. I was just, it was normal recovery. Of course I did radiation, I did chemotherapy. It sucked, but I was still able to work on those things. I didn't go for the disability route that time because honestly, if I didn't need it, I don't want to go for it. I don't want to take away from people who really need it. But unfortunately, it's just sad to say this time, I really need it. I can't work. I can't hold a thought in my head for very long right now. I'm getting better. My eyes are a daily thing. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But I mean, compared to like a week ago, oh boy, they're a million times better. So yeah, I'll be heading down to Social Security today, and also be heading down to the Medicaid office as well, because I need to get on that. In Arizona, it's called Access, and it's a good program as well. So Yeah, I mean, this is unfortunately, I know a lot of people have gone through this before, but this comes to the territory when you get really sick. And uh, when my first thing in 2015, like I said, I didn't want to use that. I didn't want to go on disability, which I probably should have. And that's one thing I'm going to recommend to people is don't be scared to do it. I know a lot of people look at it as, oh, it's, this program is mostly used by freeloaders, things like that. But, it's there for a reason. And we don't know if that's really the case or not. I mean, everything gets abused, but when you really need something, be grateful that it's there for you, and don't be shy and don't be stubborn to use every resource at your disposal, because that's what I have to do now. Uh, and it is what it is. It's fine. My goal is to get through this, uh, is to fight, and it's to be better. And it's interesting, I actually called credit card companies today to try to talk to them to lower my premiums or work out something, because I need to put food on the table. I have a 5-year-old boy. I got rent, so I have to do it. And when I call the credit card companies, they're like, well, okay, yeah, we can talk about, reducing your monthly payment and everything like that, but first you need to show so you have a steady source of income. I'm like, well, right now I don't have a steady source of income. I can't do anything. How am I going to pay this bill? And they're like, well, you need a steady source of income just so we know if we lower it, you'll be able to pay it. So I did tell, well, my only option for a steady source of income is to go on disability. And they said, well, you need a first kind of disability and tell us the amount you make. That was a little frustrating because I'm not gonna be able to pay the credit card premiums. Like, I need to eat, I need to live, I need to do a bunch of things. So, yeah, that's what it is. So I just got to hop into action, just get a disability right away, get a Medicaid, and take care of those things, because as I can keep on fighting. I'm not going to lose this battle, and I'm not going to be completely bankrupt and destroy that future as well. So doing everything that I can, and that's what I recommend for everyone else out there as well. Well, I'm going to keep this video short. I do have to head to office now. My wonderful fiance, Jenna, she is incredible, and she's taking me there. She has a hard work, it's a full-time job, and she is, I admire her, and I look up to her more than anything, because she's a wonderful lady, and I don't know where I'd be without her. And I hope other people out there are as fortunate as I have been to have someone in my corner like this, and supporting me throughout this whole thing, because I didn't have that the first time I went through this. The first time I went through this was completely different. This time's been a lot harder, physically and ailment-wise, but in regards to my soul, it's a lot happier, because I have someone who I love, and someone who loves me back, and someone who takes care of me and is always there for me. So I'm getting a little choked up just talking about it, but but I went through this before without that. So anyone could do it. You can do it. And I'll keep telling you about my process, everything I'm going through, and hopefully it helps. And when I do, by that time this video goes out, I probably should have my channel up on YouTube. So, write comments, and if my eyesight's good, I'll respond to you that day. All right, guys, thank you so much. And always remember, never stop fighting. Bye-bye.
Hello there. My name is Bruce Marin from Bruce Marin Celebrity Speakers and Entertainment in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. I am blessed beyond words. I have had my Celebrity Speakers Bureau for 50 years. We're celebrating our 50-year anniversary. And when we started 50 years ago, my first two entertainment clients were Michael Landon and Johnny Carson. And my first two sports clients were Muhammad Ali and Jackie Robinson. And I'm here now to talk to you about the incredible, the phenomenal, the amazing Danny Efron. And the reason I'm talking to you is I've been blessed to see the best speakers in the world. For 5 decades, I've seen all the best speakers in the world. And Danny will inspire and motivate you, just like some of the greatest speakers in that field that I've ever booked. Legendary Les Brown, I booked him many, many times. Dr. Wayne Dyer, I have booked him over 50 times. Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, I booked him over 50 times. And Bob Proctor, the legend Bob Proctor. And the reason I'm mentioning these legendary motivational and inspirational speakers is that Danny Efron is in their league. He's an inspirational and motivational speaker. And the reason I'm talking to you right now is I hope that when I'm done, you'll consider booking Danny Efron. And I want right now to I have a very successful, exciting story to share with you. I had the pleasure right here in Las Vegas of booking Danny Efron to the most prestigious business group right here in Las Vegas. And it was at Lowry's restaurant in Las Vegas. Danny gave a 45-minute talk. And at the end, when he was all done, he got a thunderous standing ovation for over 2 minutes. It touched my heart to see how Danny had impacted that audience. And after that amazing standing ovation, Danny stayed by for over an hour, meeting all the hundreds of people that were at that event. And to make it even a better story, Danny was such a successful speaker that day that everybody in this big business group in Vegas said, we want to bring Danny Efron back again. So yes, we booked Danny Efron a second time here in Las Vegas. And do you know what happened? Even a longer standing ovation at the second event. So what I'm going to tell all of you right now, take some time and book Danny Efron, whether it's a keynote speaker or to come and do a meet and greet, to do a workshop, to do a breakout session, to be a trainer. I'm just letting you know, with 50 years of experience in my field, when it comes to inspiring and motivating audiences, Danny Efron is as good as I've ever seen in my life. So I can help make you smile if you'll take the time, contact us, and let's book Danny for a keynote presentation. He is the best in the world, and I say that from my heart. And I thank all of you for listening to my words, and let's book Danny Efron. Thank you.